Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm doing another spread today for my Art Wellbeing Journal. This is the page that I had mentioned I wanted to do about crunching in the leaves when I was little. So I want to get that done. Now my plan is to do the one for today, Wednesday, and then another one on Friday, probably the one for Unity, and then do a flip through of what I have so far. This is just going to be an ongoing project because a well-being journal is kind of always a work in progress. I don't think it's supposed to necessarily have a beginning and an end, although it can. So I had a couple of ideas that I know I wanted to work on. We'll work on the leaf one today. I doubt we would have time for the second one, but you never know. Friday, then I will work on a page for the Unity section. It's going to have kind of a sewing theme and the idea of threads and just everything kind of being together, you know, woven together or threads together or whatever. And then we'll need to do a flip through. I'll need to do some embellishing and stuff off camera. I think I just don't want to drag this series out too long. It's already like the views are falling off. I have heard other people mention that when you do a series, you tend to lose views as the series goes on, and that's kind of been my experience as well. So I don't want to drag it out too long. Then we'll have to figure out what we want to do after that, what we're going to work on. I have a few ideas. Today is the fall leaf spread, talking about how I used to like to crunch in the leaves. I may or may not write a little blurb. I'm not sure. I haven't really written any notes on any of the other pages because I know what they mean. But, you know, what if I go senile in my old age or something? I don't know. Somebody will have to read to me why it's in there. I also brought in some fabric pieces. Some of these are actually from the 70s and some of them just look like they're from the 70s. And then I have this trim. I don't know if there will be a place to use it or not, but I had found this at a thrift store and I used what I wanted in a journal already. But this is perfect. This is authentic 1970s ruffled trim. And so I thought it might, you know, we're reliving my childhood here. Y'all get to live vicariously through me. Just kidding. I brought over some stamps, some inks. That's the plan for today. We will get started right after this. Let's see what we have here. I have these leaves that I pulled out of my stash. This one came from the Dollar Tree last fall. They have kind of like a faux leather, a pleather look. And then these are some of the feathers that Lara sent me. There's a label that was in her stack that she sent me and some vellum. I mean, I just pulled some things out. I have this leaf picture and then the denim piece, the calico. So here's my crinkles. And I thought maybe I could cut out, let's see, I mean, these are sort of more summery looking, but I think this with the images of the wind kind of could be fall as well. And actually, if I'm very careful, I can cut this so that I can use both parts. So that would be cool. Now, I went outside to the garage. I went into my Pepsi Cube and pulled this out because I do like these. The other one got covered up, so it also didn't really show the texture. So I just thought, why not create on another one? So I pulled out a bunch of leaf stamps, and the first thing we want to do is well, first I need to measure it. That's the first thing I need to do. But then I want to put some leaves in the background, kind of representative of fall. And I think it would look better on this side, the brown side. This is shiny, so it's not going to work anyway. So let's measure this off. It was 8.75 wide. So 8.5 is a good place to just cut it off. And then 7.75 high. 7, that's about 7.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say 8.5 right there. I'm gonna give it a quick trim. The book is getting thick and there are a few pages that I still haven't put in there yet. One of them being that coloring doodle page, the cross stitch page, and something else I'm forgetting right now. Let's see, I'm gonna turn it. This has a bigger curve and I think having a more straight edge up against the spine where the rings are will work better. So let's start stamping. You know, I have this fondness for the leaves, and maybe it's because of all the crunching. This is one of my favorite stamps too, and yet I hardly ever get to use it. And then I also have these. This was an old Stampin' Up set. This is from Michael's, from their cheap spot a few years ago. Ignore that. But this set, there's a pine cone, there's some acorns, that's something, some kind of berries. Now, we don't really typically have oak trees. They don't really grow naturally around here. So you might find one in the park, but a pine cone I would definitely have. Okay. And these were just purchased at various places. These are Hero Arts, or oh, Rubber Stampede. Yep. I don't want to take too much time explaining everything. Rubber Stampede, I've had this one a really long time. This is a Rubber Stampede. And then this one I just recently found at a thrift store. Looks like it's a very old Dots stamp because it's JRL design, which was the lady that started Dots. Those are her initials. I can't remember what her name was right now. Anyway, that's what she called it before she called it Dots, and then now it's close to my heart. I don't even know if the company is still around or if it's gone defunct. So let's see. Well, we definitely have our maples. We're around here. That's a maple. That's an oak, I mean. We definitely had this. I would crunch through. This is the oak tree, but sometimes you would see one here and there. That looks like a marijuana plant. So let's get to stamping here. For this, I don't know how well colors are gonna show up. I'm really hoping they do. This is a very old Kaleidocolor pad from Stampin' Up. And the reason I had bought it, because I mean, I really do like to decorate in these fall colors. So I haven't used it for ages. We'll see. You can use the colors individually, which admittedly is very hard to do, or you squish it together and run your stamp across it. And then you have to be careful how you ink it up, because you end up, if you're not careful, you'll end up blending your colors across the stamp. So let's see what we got. This may turn out to be horrible, or it could be really cool. I don't have a real specific idea. I just know the things that I want to use. Ha ha ha! Look at that. That is so cool. Okay, let's do an oak. So I'm just kind of running it across like that. Just trying to keep the color variation in line as I go across the stamp pad. And the reason they have these so that they separate, you store it separated and then you squish it together when you want to use it, is so that these inks don't bleed into each other. Although there are stamp pads out there that just have it all on one pad, but that looks cool. Let's try this guy. The neighbors had one of these. Is this a birch? They might tell me. Aspen. Okay. Did they have an aspen? No, they had a birch. Close enough. There's that. Nice. Okay, so there's 3 colorful ones. I'm very happy this is still kind of juicy. And then I want to stamp some solid color. I'm going to stamp this off on my book so I don't get my inks all mixed up. I'm probably banging the table around a lot, sorry. There's that. And then, so I do want some solids. Let's see. I'm trying to think, do I want like a shadowy background? I love doing this as like a shadowy, I'm just not sure what this here, how well it's going to show up. And I also have these really old teal ink pads. This is Colonial Blue, which in my mind sometimes is more teal than the teal, but teal is a nice fall color. I think I need to use the sepia. I think the sepia, this archival sepia, will work really well. And then maybe I'll do that smaller leaf in teal. But yeah, I used to walk home from the bus every day, and you know, in the fall when all the leaves are coming down, oh, that's nice. Then I would just go out of my way to walk along the edges of the road and crunch the leaves under my feet. I was a weird kid. That's okay. We can own it now because, you know, as an adult, you find out sometimes that the things that you thought were weird about yourself really weren't that strange at all. Let's see now. Let's get some teal. Let's go with this teal. So it's an old dots pad. I've identified I need 2 new stamp pads. You guys are gonna be like, yeah, you do. No, you do not. Yes, I do. Because this is a color I use a lot, and these are very old. So this teal color, and then I have like this violet purple that I have a couple of the mini sizes of, and I'm like, well, if I keep buying it in the small size, obviously I probably need it in a bigger size. Do I just want one? Let's see, how can I try to make this look semi artistic, balanced. Got my stamp cleaner pad over here on the left, so that's nice. Although I didn't use it on the other 2 all these big leaf stamps yet. And then, let's see, should my little pine cone, he could probably be black, right? He's just gonna be in the corner, kinda representative. Wow, I am boiling hot right now. It's not even that hot out, but I am hot. Oh, he's cute. Oh, I like that. He adds a whole nother element, doesn't he? I know we're supposed to go with the odd numbers. I guess I'll just do it like that. I wanted some of this plum. Maybe I can do this one in plum as well. I'm gonna have overlapping leaves, but that's how they lay on the ground, right? Okay, I've made a big enough mess of the background. All right. Just playing, just playing. Okay, I'm gonna stack these. Okay, I've got those cleaned off and out of the way. Now, part of the reason why I picked that stamp pad as well is because the variegated one is because of this scrap that I have. And what I was thinking, I'm trying to figure out how to get this crinkly texture. Like, I wanted the leaves to kind of show through, but then the texture, maybe I should have stamped on this. Didn't we try that last time when I actually used this? Which ink pad did we use? We used the archival. You know, it goes in here like this. So what I'm wondering is maybe I just want a piece. I want to be able to crinkle it somehow though. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so we have this. I wanted that as kind of a background. I wanted a couple of these feathers. This is the chunkiest journal, let me tell you. It's kind of cool though. Okay, since I don't need this to hold into a flower arrangement, I'm gonna just take these plastic pieces off. I don't know how well this one will come off though. And that, if I take that off, will it ruin the creases? Probably. So I'm just going to snip this right here. That looks like it could poke me. There we go. So let's just play around here and see. You know, because feathers, like I think of like how turkey feathers and what else? Pheasants. What else is like a fall bird? Oh, look at that. Anyway, in elementary school, it seems like we used to do projects that involved making feathers. Not real feathers, but you know, that kind of had the idea of a feather in it. But, okay. Sorry, everything's like lifting up. Okay, there is an up and a down to these. Okay, I was thinking I might staple them in place once I get it all in place. Okay, and then I thought I wanted some fabric in there somewhere. This is a very heavy upholstery fabric, just a scrap from somewhere or other. And that could hang off the page. Okay. I'll bring these up here. And I don't know. Who knows what we're doing here? I kind of wanted that to hang off a bit because I have a little extra space based on how I trimmed this. Does that look okay? I'm gonna stand up and look at you guys' angle. Zoom in a scoosh. Let's see. I kind of like it. Okay. I brought my stapler over, so let's use the teal turquoisey staples. Okay. This thing looked more balanced when I when it had the stem on it. Now it looks like it's all crooked. That didn't even go all the way through. What do we think? Okay. I think that will kind of keep it where I want it, and then we're just gonna tack things down with this glue, this fabric-based glue. So both sides of this cardboard are going to represent this leaf crunching activity of mine. Let's see, how do I want, yeah, let's put you guys like this. Don't want to mess up the fuzziness of the feathers, you know? But we still need it all to stick together. Oh boy, okay. And then I want this layer to tack down. There we go. I don't know how I'm gonna maintain the crunchiness of that. No clue. Oh, I can smell the coffee I dyed it with. For some reason, the glue is bringing out the coffee aroma, which is really weird. That doesn't usually happen. I need to press that down. I'm gonna get a piece of a napkin here. So these are they're not tacked down at the top. I want them to kind of float a little bit free so that, you know, things are lifting up and it just feels a little more interactive. Okay. I think what I need to do is put this guy like right here on the vellum, because that's bleeding through anyway, so why not, right? Let's put him, I hope this lines up okay. I'm just gonna fake our way through. Fake it till you make it. Okay, that's good. Now it looks like we want that to be there, which we do. And I gotta clean my stamp again. Okay. So there's that, and then probably should have done the backside before I got this all bumpy. Lumpy bumpy. Where's my book page? Okay, so we have the leaf picture. We have these kids. It's supposed to be like they're playing in the park, but with this wind, it's kind of the markings of the wind blowing. That was the best I could find for fall. What is this one? Set that aside. So I kind of want it to carry this tree up the edge. There we go. All of us can get candy now. And away they went with little jumps and big jumps. That's cute. Okay, so here's my leaf picture. So we're playing in the leaves. This is going to be a label. Okay. I'm just kind of laying it out first to see what we've got, and then I'm going to put a picture of me in, not a picture, but I want to cut this out to look like pants. Do you think I can? Look like little jeans, like I'm coming home from school in my little jeans. Except I wore dresses to school in elementary because my mom, for some reason, we have to make them bell bottoms because, you know, it's the 70s. For some reason, my mom did not want me, I think I'm going to go taller with this too, didn't want me to wear pants to school. So she always made me wear dresses, and it really wasn't until like, I'm going to use my fabric scissors because this is not cutting through there very well. It wasn't until like 4th grade where she finally let me start wearing pants to school. Let me tell you, that was hard because I wanted to play on the monkey bars and stuff, and I couldn't go upside down. Look at that. Here's me. Let's give me a little pocket. See if I can do this. Let's see, it's probably too big, isn't it? That is way big. Okay. Let's make it a little less pointy. And a little less wide. A lot more narrow. Oh, there we go. That is so cute. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I should have done a waistband. I don't think I have enough to do that. This isn't a big enough scrap. Okay, so the question is, what are we going to do with this piece? It might end up going back. Actually, maybe the pants should go over here. The jeans. So here I am, walking home from school, crunching my leaves. Oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. You know what it needs? Lace, a little bit of lace trim right there. And I don't know where I'm going to put this, but I'm wondering, can I make that like a pocket and slide that in there? And I can pull it out and crunch it. Huh, that's a good idea. Needs to be narrower though. And I have to go find some lace for that. Okay, oh my gosh. So stinking cute. This is me in my little patterned jeans. There's my little pocket. Still don't know where to, still don't know where to put that, but I could maybe just cover up that leaf I stamped and just do a square. I want kind of a decal edge, so I will just tear it. Mind frame. Okay. Have any of you guys tried this yet? Have you decided to try a well-being journal? Again, this is a collaboration with Lara Fuller at Lara Fuller Earth and Art. I have her linked down below. And check out her channel and all of the good things that she does on there. There we go. Yeah, that probably looks better. You know what I should have done? What I should have done was stamped that leaf and cut out around it. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy, so I'll just do it with the gray because I don't want that ink to show through. Which way is my Argyle going? See? Going off in a new direction. Okay, let's do it like that. Oop. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're cooking with Pam. And roughly cutting around my Argyle, my leaf with the Argyle pattern. I can draw leaf veins on it when I flip it over if I want. Okie dokie, you got that cut out. So now, does that look, can you tell that's a leaf? I just have a basic ballpoint here, so we'll just, following this, the lines on here, we'll just fake our way through it. It kind of goes out and out and out and out like a spider. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we can still use this maybe on the other side. Okay, let's do that. I don't know. I should probably ink the edge now that I've now that I have already glued it. It just needs a little more definition to the edge. Should have thought about that before I glued it. And then it's going to need a little bit on the stem. Okay, because it's reversed, basically it's reversed. The stamped image, you know, goes, it would cover it exactly if I laid it down this way, but because I'm flipping it over, the image is not exact. So I'm gonna just make that look like a shadow back there and turn it so it looks like a leaf on this side. And now for my cute little pants. My little jeans. Okay, that's gonna seep through, isn't it? It's gonna bleed through. Please look pretty when you're done, when you're dry. Uh-oh, stretch my pocket out of shape. I'm gonna go find some lace. I'm always on the hunt for like real narrow trims. I don't really have something super narrow. I have this one. Could look like a little belt, because I was a styling kid. That. Or we can do these daisies. Maybe just do a daisy on the pocket or something. Or maybe we could do both. I kind of like the pink. Because it does look like a belt. I gotta get that on there just right though, because I'm wanting to make this a pocket. So I don't want to glue it shut. Although the pink picks up the stripe, but over here, I think I'm going to go with the daisies. I think it does something just a little bit nicer here. So let me pull this off there for a sec. There's these guys, and we're going to go very carefully along this edge. And then we're going to trim right there. So if anything, if it's not quite centered, I can hide any gapping on this edge under that leaf, so I should scoot my trim over to the left a little bit if I need to. Okay. Sure it's not bleeding here. Okay. Not oozing out, you know. Put those aside. And then come back to me, my page. Okay. This is like one big collage spread. Okay, how do I want you exactly? Like that, I think. So now I want to get this. I really want to make sure this wasn't adhesive. I don't think it was. It never said it on the thing, but it sure feels like it should be. Like this is a backing, you know? Of course, that doesn't help me if I want it to be a pocket, so we won't try to find out. Okay. Let's tilt. There we go. I like tiltage. I like it to be a little off. Then, this is our leaf texture so that we can still hear the crunch of the leaves. Make sure that doesn't glue in there, get stuck in there. Okay, now back to this side. Okay, so I had this piece. I don't know if I'll use the whole piece or not. We have this one. Okay, where's the holes? The holes will be over here. I'm just gonna draw a loose. These aren't really where they're gonna be, but it's gonna remind me that there will be some on this edge. Okay, so we'll scoot this out. And that means these guys can come all the way here. I could almost make that a pocket if I want. Leaves. Boy, there's a lot happening here. And okay, what I'm wanting to do, I wanted to see if I could make a border with these stamps, title, I mean, with these stamps. Now I found these in a thrift store right after I started making junk journals, and look what they are. They're the elementary letters. like as if you were to practice your writing. So you could make all kinds of words. I've never seen anything like that before. Very cool. So they're for tracing, you know? So that is very much like, brings in the elementary school aspect to this. Now, if I wanted, I could make this a tuck spot and tuck that in there. And then maybe it could say leaves going down that way, or let's see, let's play with this for a bit. I don't have my 70s trim, but it was just an idea. It wasn't a have to. I'm going to cover up that spot there. So I mean, I could back this and turn it into a tuck spot, or I can just leave this as part of the background. And put my title there. What do you guys think? I thought maybe this might work. You know, I could write in here what I want to say. Let's see. Let's try stamping these out first. I'm going to find a piece of old book page. There's a black. There's my black. There it is. I guess I could do it in brown though. We'll try it in both. We'll see if we like it in brown, and if we don't, we'll switch to black. Leaves. Okay, H-I-J-K-L. Oh wow, I have to get this straight too. Well, I'm gonna cut them apart, so I guess they don't have to be too straight. Huh, one more time. L, okay, without that border. E, oh wow, they're gonna leave marks. Where's my A? A, V, 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 back to E again, E, S. Now I thought that maybe this little line showed up, but I guess not. I mean, I could. This would look really cool stamped out on manuscript paper, you know, the kids' paper that they practice writing on in elementary school. And then I could do that, write titles and things with that. So, let's see if we can get these moderately the same size. L. I want my longer scissors here. E, A, I hope I'm cutting straight. V, E, S. Leaves. That was the bad L. Toss you. And then trimming them down a little bit. I was thinking I could back them on a piece of paper, the same paper, you know, to unify them. Oh, I could. Got plenty of that denim, so maybe L-E. At least by accidentally stamping the outside edges, I know how big these are supposed to be. E. E. S. S, S, S. Okay. Oops. And should I ink them? Probably. I'll ink them in walnut. think I have a little leaf punch, but if I did, it'd be so cute to punch some leaves, if I could, out of this stuff or out of some paper and tuck it back behind. Let's see. I'm gonna go looking. Hang on. Okay, I did have a leaf punch. This cute little oak leaf. I went ahead and cut these apart, inked these up. My original thought was that I was going to back these individually on a piece of paper or on this fabric, but I decided to make it more like a border instead, a single piece, and we'll be gluing those on there and then hopefully figure out how to get these little guys to tuck out from behind. I also went ahead and backed this. I think it will become a pocket is what I'm really thinking. So I made it a little bit stiffer, and then I went ahead and just cut off that piece of tree that was going up, because you can kind of tell still, that's the idea. There is a tree there. You get the point, right? So it still has that feeling of a tree. All right, I'm wondering if I put, I'll wonder about that in a minute. You can't see what I'm doing anyway. Okay, so let's work on this little title. I'm trying to figure out if there's a middle. Obviously there's a middle. That's a silly thing to say, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how best to center this up. There we go. And I kind of wanted to stagger them a little bit up and down, I think. I think that will work. Let's see, you need to go down. You're kind of your own. All right. Can you tell that that says leaves? And then we'll just tuck these in. I punched these out of a piece of an old manila envelope, so those will just go and tuck around in behind here, I think. I don't know that I need one per letter. We'll see what we think. This is why you should always leave room for artistic license and inspiration to strike, because, oh yeah, I could put some down at the bottom, couldn't I? Coming off the bottom. Because you just never know what idea you might come up with, and you want to have the freedom to be able to follow through on it. You know? I punched one per letter, and then I thought maybe I just punched a couple extra, but you know, when I lay it down, I might want them to peek out as well. Okay, this is going to be tricky to glue. So, I wonder if it's better to glue them off the letter or just glue them on their own. So that one's going to need get laid down. Oops, and of course I glued the whole thing, so now there's glue on the back of it. Okay, L's kind of just in the middle, right there. I think he needs to scoot over. And then E is going to be the other one that's kind of centered right in the middle. Top to bottom height-wise on this piece, it's going to be kind of straight. Right in the middle. Well, I haven't been very chatty today, but there's been a lot to concentrate on, so hope you don't mind. If you are finding value in this video and you're enjoying it, please share it with your friends. Give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I know I mentioned a while back that like 2/3 of my viewers aren't subscribed, so you don't have to have like a name just to subscribe. You can just subscribe when you're watching a channel, and then you're what's called a private or a silent subscriber, not public. And let's see, it's gonna go up. Anyway, so when you're subscribing, it doesn't, like if you have privacy issues or concerns, that won't really affect that. When you become a public subscriber, that's when you're able to comment. So as a lot of my videos I watch just as me on my personal private YouTube account, and then when I want to comment, like I'm commenting on fellow creators and stuff, then I use my creator's call. Then I'm a public subscriber and I can leave what's called a public comment. But really, if you're holding off subscribing because you feel like we're all going to know who you are, we won't know unless you go in and turn on that setting. And in your YouTube settings, you have to turn that on and create a channel to be able to have a name that you leave publicly. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, but anyway, do consider subscribing and leave me a comment if you can, if you want to. I'd love to hear more about you, what you're working on, what you think about this. Have you tried an art well-being or done art well-being classes? Check out Lara's channel and go over and give her some love. And then again, all of these videos are in the playlist. Let's see. Okay, so let's bring this back over. Okay, I want to take a quick glance at this, make sure we've got leaves, got the crunchiness, got my cute little pants with the pocket. Okay, got this whole thing happening here. Okay, so I definitely want this to cover that, and I'm not going to worry too much about straight versus torn edges. I did want this to cover these markings right here, if it will. And then this can tuck in here. And then I'm just going to let this go. I was thinking of having it go, well, I mean, I could still have it go across the top like that. And just lay this picture down. Because, I mean, I don't really need the instructions on how to do this. I'm curious about what kind of glue they used. Just a clear household adhesive, it says. Okay, so we can use this to fill up that side of the page. And the title and the kids. Maybe I will just bring this in right there to cover that up. Kids playing. And then, oh, let's see, wait. Sorry, we got to get this balanced so it looks right. So I want these two, they need to go offset, but then I don't want it to cover up that picture too much. Okay, so that's gonna go right there. This one we can eyeball. That one needs to be straight. And that one can go right here. Oh, well, okay. Don't know my own strength. Because it's shiny, I'm gonna use this stronger glue. I could use glue stick on, like the other side, you know, doesn't have a slick finish, so glue stick would work well on that side, but I'm not so sure about this one. Okay, there's that. I really want that. I mean, I could cut off the edge, that won't hurt. If it looks like it's going off the edge of the page, I guess that's okay. Try to not go into that corner there. I may still glue this down as a pocket just so I have the option. I think I'm going to do that. Because you just never know. You might want to stick something in there. When I say you, I mean me. I might want to stick something in there. Okay. I should have put down another piece of fabric. I haven't laid this down yet, so I'm wondering if I should put fabric Oh, maybe that's where I can put that other, maybe that's where I can put this. I want to put him somewhere. He kind of clashes though, not gonna lie. The brown is fine because it's solid and very neutral. The rest of these, they might not work. This one might. I'm just wanting to add in some fabric element. I don't know why. Let's cut this down a bit. I don't know if I'm in frame doing this or not, but here we go. There, that just kind of helps fill that in, and oops, that's lifting. Okay, so that I'm just gonna glue very gently. I think that's the upside there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think, is it? It's hard to tell. Okay, I'm gonna make you the downside. That, and then we're just gonna put a dab of glue in the middle where it's gonna get covered up, because it will definitely seep through that. Now, and did I want to stick these other two leaves anywhere? Good question. Maybe, do I want them up here? That might work. Now I'm getting too picky. I'll leave them off. I can add them later if I really think I want them. I do need to kind of tack down these little points because they are already trying to get caught on things, which we don't want. Alrighty. Let's get this here and this spot there. There we go. Leaves. Okay, so we are crunching in the leaves. I still want to use this somehow. I was trying to use it as a label to say crunching in the leaves on a fall day, which maybe see if I can write that small enough. I've got, let's see. Crunching, can you see me? Okay. In the leaves on a fall afternoon, feel the crinkle. So now we know what to do with that. Maybe I could even put that back behind. So now we have like an interactive element, a tag that says what in the world is going on here. And then we'll trim that. So this is a two-sided, and this will go in the happy category. I love these little jeans, how they turned out. Okay, as long as everything stays glued, it doesn't come off, we should be in good shape. Okay, so side one, here's our pretty leaves and the colors and the crinkle. And here's a picture of playing, left it as a pocket for later, and just kind of some graphics and things. And the little kid manuscript writing, printing. So that's it for today. Let me read you a quick quote. This is a quote I got from my friend the other day. Strong women never give up. We may need some coffee, a nap, and to go pray for a few, but we never give up. Isn't that fun? That's a great quote. Okay guys, until next time, I want you to be inspired, do something creative today, talk to me in the comments, and give this video a big fat thumbs up, and I will see you on Friday with another project. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.